Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of saving for college. This is standard 8.12G in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 10 of the Redesign Practice Online STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got a total amount of attending community college, and we're trying to figure out how much more money we need to earn per month. Let's open up our graph draw feature just so we have a little scratch pad to draw on here. And so total cost is $4,000. So we've got a scholarship, that's nice, $1,500. And we've got a loan for only $1,000, but now we've got to earn money to pay the remaining cost. Okay, so let's see if we can just put that into a strip diagram and an equation, just so we can visualize it here. All right, so here's my total cost. Total cost is $4,000. Remember, the total always goes in the front on the top, and we've got a few different chunks here. So one chunk is going to be scholarship, which is nice because you don't have to pay those back. It's basically free money. Sometimes you have to maintain an enrollment status. You have to keep your grades up in order to keep the scholarship. So we've got a student loan for $1,000. You do have to pay that back. But then you have 5 months to earn the rest, whatever the remaining cost is. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to kind of cut these into fifths. Right, so that remaining chunk cut into 5 equal parts, and that's what I'm looking for, whatever that leftover is. All right, so how do we figure that out? Well, we can also write an equation if we'd rather do it like that. 4,000 equals 1,500 plus 1,000. I could say plus question mark plus question mark plus question mark, but I'm just going to do a little multiplication. 5 times, and let's call that x. All right, well, we know how to handle that, right? Now that it's an equation, we know how to do that. So let's go ahead and collapse these two right here. So 4,000 equals 1,500 plus 1,000 is 2,500 plus 5x. Let's subtract 2,500 from both sides. Remember, when we're looking at the order of operations for isolating the variables, we actually use it in reverse. Right? So we go from the bottom up. So we start with our addition and subtraction first, and it's that positive 2,500 that we need to get rid of first. Now that we're done with this layer, we'll move on to the multiplication and division. So that leaves us with 1,500. That cancels itself out. All right, so now we've got a 5 multiplied by the x, so we look for the inverse operation. And that's going to be divided by 5. So that's going to cancel itself out, be 1. So 15 divided by 5 is 3, and then we get 2 extra zeros. So I'm looking at x equals 300. Obviously, we want to go ahead and just double check to make sure that that's going to work for each of these. All right, so if it's $300 a month, let's see if that plus everything else is going to get us back up into that 4,000, okay? So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I got 1,500 is what that chunk is, right? And you can kind of double that 1,500 to get 1,500 and 1,500. That gets you 3,000. And then if you bring that extra 1,000 in, yep, you are going to get your total of 4,000. So it does look like that 300A is going to work. And as you can see, the other options are pretty close. They may have just kind of excluded one of these or divided incorrectly. Either way, though, our answer is A, 300.